Hello everyone, this is Judy coming to you from my scrapbook loft, and I've been tagged. Sabrina K. Country Crafters tagged me, and it is 10 crafty things about you. So I have my 10 questions here, and I'm going to try to answer them to the best that I can. I'm not real crazy about talking about myself. But we'll see what we can do. Alright, first question is, what's my name? My name is Judy. How did I get my YouTube name? Well, I got my YouTube name because I craft in the loft of my house. And when I mostly scrapbook. That's all I've ever made for 15 years up until recently, besides boxes. I do boxes, and I would make some other little tiny crafty things, but I started the actual paper crafting when I found this community. And so the scrapbook loft, my scrapbook loft, I thought was appropriate, and because that's what it is. Okay, my favorite craft is, well, I would have to say my favorite crafting is scrapbooking, because that's what I've done for over 15 years. And how I got started crafting scrapbooks was 1 year for my birthday, my oldest daughter bought me a scrapbook kit, and I just got hooked. I just got hooked. I started with that kit and started with the albums that you buy at the store with the protector pages in it. And I watched a lot of YouTube channels. I watched a lot of scrapbooking shows on HGTV at that time, and got into it that way. And then found people making their own books, and followed tutorials and bought tutorials and things like that, and bought tutorials for boxes. And then a box is not hard to make. I mean, it's just, I decide I want a box and I just sit down and make it. I mean, however size I want, however I want to make it, that's how I make it. And so I have made over, in the last 15 years, I've probably made around 250 to 300 scrapbooks. I've made them for friends. I'm the oldest of 15 children. And so I've sat down and counted this morning, trying to figure out how many books I've made, and can't even count them all, because there are 107 members of my family, and I've made each member of my family 1 or 2 books over the last 15 years. I've sold books, I've made books for friends and give them away, I've given them to cousins, I've given them to in-laws, and if there's a baby shower, I give a book. If there's a wedding shower, I give a book. If there's a bridal shower, I give a book. And people have come to expect those books from me. So I couldn't tell you how many scrapbooks I've made. But my favorite craft has to be scrapbooks. Although I'm learning that I like paper crafting. The memory decks cards. And I love tags. I love to make tags for my scrapbooks. So I love tags. I love the shakers and the rosettes. And I love making flowers. And so I just love crafting. I love this room. I could live in this room. Okay, my favorite place to shop for craft supplies. Well, I don't have a choice. Hobby Lobby is the closest craft store to me. Let me tell you, I was there the other day, and they're not having the sales that you all are finding. So I've not found those items on clearance at my craft store. There is a Joann's 50 miles from me, but it's crappy. They don't hardly have anything for scrapbooking, for crafting. I've been there, can't never find nothing. When I go to Lexington, I stop in YouTube at Tuesday morning. When I go to Lexington to see my daughter, I stop in at Tuesday morning. I like that store. What are my top 5 favorite YouTube channels? I don't have favorites. I like to watch all of your YouTubers. I like to watch all of your channels. I like to watch everything that you're doing. I like to watch tutorials on how you do things, and I just don't have a favorite YouTube channel. Now, when I was doing nothing but scrapbooking and all I had were scrapbook channels to watch, my favorite channel was the Scrap Queen and Rosa Kelly. But on the paper crafting side, I don't have a favorite channel. I try to watch all of you. I try to watch everything that all of you are doing. I've had a blast watching Mr. Bones, and I love to listen to Cruz and Catsell Creates and Susan T. Tucker. I love all of you. I don't mean to leave anybody out. Ebony, Jelly Bean, Scrap the World, Crafting and Relaxing, Craft Purge, Crafting with Fury, all of you. I love all of you, so I don't have a favorite. I can't pick a favorite. My favorite colors. Well, my favorite color is red. And I've never really been able to use it in my crafting until I started just the paper crafting with you guys, because it's hard to do a scrapbook in red because everybody doesn't like red. Everybody doesn't want red. But with a memory dex card, when I do it in my colors or tags that I can send out, red's my favorite color. Then it's pink and a mint green or a light green, pale blues, dark blues. I can craft with any color at all. Brights, dulls, whatever. So I guess I don't have a favorite color when it comes to crafting. My favorite crafting tool. First of all, my computer. Because I can't watch YouTube without my computer. I can't see what everybody's doing. My next favorite tool is my ruler. I cannot live without this ruler. I love that ruler. Look how dirty that is. I've tried clean. You can't clean that up because when you try to clean it up, the lines come off. I know because I have one over in my spinner there that doesn't have any lines on it because I tried cleaning the glue off. Then my next favorite tool would be my art glitter glue, my Fabri-Tac, and my score tape. Those are my favorite, and my bone folder. I love those tools. I use those tools all the time, and the scissors. And then, of course, your cutting boards. Where did I get my love for crafting? Well, my grandmother, she quilted. My mother-in-law, she crocheted. So I learned to crochet. I never could learn to quilt. I don't have the patience for quilting. That takes too long to quilt. But I loved my grandmother. I loved to watch her quilt. I remember when I was a real small little girl, I remember all the neighbors coming in and having a quilting bee. And that was so much fun. I enjoyed that so much with my grandmother. And let's see, my daughter, she knits and crochets, and she likes to do that. My sister-in-law quilts, and she knits and crochets. And then in about 20 years ago, I got sick and had to quit working. And I got bored here at the house because I was used to working every day. So I went to a lumber supply store and went to their garbage bin, and I got out all of their garbage lumber. And I came home and I bought me a jigsaw, and I made birdhouses. I started with birdhouses. I made flower pots, and I made anything I could make with a nail, a hammer, a nail, and a jigsaw, and a handsaw, circle saw. And I would mess my husband's garage up, and he would get so mad because he'd come in and there'd be sawdust everywhere. And then, like I said, my daughter got me that scrapbook kit, and I left the woodworking and came to scrapbooking. When did I start crafting? Well, I've pretty much done a little bit of something my whole life, but it'll be 16 years this November that I started paper crafting. And my favorite craft that I've made so far is my favorite craft I've made so far would have to be I don't know. Let's see. I'm kind of partial to my boxes, especially my memory decks box. This is one of my favorites right here that I've made recently. And then my next, yeah, it would have to be my boxes. The box that I've made for my grandson, I'm really pleased with it. Let me get it and show it to you. My boxes are my favorite. This is my grandson's, my great-grandson's box. Thank you, Nilda, for the suggestion of the ribbon on the opposite corner. It worked. And it's perfect. I mean, it just come together really, really well. It's perfect. It closes perfectly. It opens perfectly. It stands up perfectly. The lid does. I use chains on this one. I mean, everything on it just worked perfect. So I'm going to have to say that the boxes are my favorite. Now I need to tag someone. Let's see. Let's tag Happy Mail Stamper and Sharing More. And Denise Alcock. And I think let's do Catsell Create, if she hasn't already been done. Eileen Mack. And let's do Dawn H. Crafts. If she hasn't already been tagged. And Crafty Michelle. M-I-C-H-E-L-E. Michelle. And that is my 10 crafty things about me. I thank you for watching. Hugs to you from me, and God bless. Bye.